Example 4D. Determine the transformations undergone by f of x equals to the square root of x to become f of x equals to 2 root x plus 2 minus 2. You're asked to find the intercepts and then to sketch the graph. So, what are our transformations? So our transformations ask us basically what is this 2 out the front, the 2 inside, and the 2 on the end doing. So just like normal, the 2 out the front is our dilation, and it's a dilation of a factor of 2 from the x-axis. The 2 that applies directly to the x value, i.e. x plus 2, is a horizontal shift. It's going to move your graph or your equation, your function, 2 units to the left. The value that's on the end, in this case minus 2, is going to move your graph 2 units down. So minus 2 units down. So that's our transformations. The question then says to find your intercepts. Even if you weren't asked to find your intercepts, if possible, do this as it will help you graph it. So first intercept, let's find our y-intercept. So we're going to make x equals 0. In fact, this should be our f-intercept because we are actually going to the f-axis. So f of 0, so we're substituting in x equals 0 to our function, which is going to give us 2 root 2 minus 2. Approximately this is at about 0.8 if you were to put that into your calculator. So we'll write this as 2 root 2 minus 2 in a coordinate point. Now to find our x-intercept, making f of x equal to 0. So 0 equals our function, and then we're going to rearrange this, and we actually end out with x equaling negative 1. So we have a point at negative 1, 0. Those are our intercepts found. Alright, the last part we're asked to do is to sketch the graph, and in order to sketch the graph, the best thing you can find is your starting point. So like in a quadratic where we found the turning point, or a hyperbola where we found the asymptotes, same with the truncus. For a square root function, we find the starting point. So the starting point is found from using our function f of x equal to 2 root x plus 2 minus 2. There's certain points here that we can identify. So if we take what's inside here, x plus 2, we make it equal to 0 and we solve for x, we find out our horizontal shift and also the x value for our starting point. So that plus 2 gives us the x value of our starting point. The y value, or our vertical shift, is given by the negative 2. So that's how far down, in this particular case, we've moved, and it's also the y value of our starting point. So we can actually write our starting point as negative 2, negative 2. If we plot these points, so we're plotting our starting point as negative 2, negative 2, we plot our x-intercept at negative 1, 0, we'll plot our y-intercept at 0, and then 2 root 2 minus 2. Remember, that's about 0.8. You can check in a calculator. That's enough to graph this, so we're going to just put in a line. Nice. And you'll also then need to label your points. So label your important points. You should also label your y-axis intercept as 0, 2 root 2 minus 2. And then this question is done.